Hello and welcome to the North 7th Avenue and Griffin Drive open house. We're going to give just a few moments here to allow all of our visitors to populate in, and then we'll go ahead and begin. Thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and begin. Thank you for joining us for the North 7th Avenue and Griffin Drive virtual open house and live question and answer session. During the online session, MDT and project team members will provide an overview of the project and talk about planned construction activities. A live question and answer session will be held immediately following the presentation to answer your questions. To participate in the Q&A session, locate the Q&A button on the bottom of your screen. It will allow you to type in and submit questions during the presentation. We will hold all questions and answer them after the presentation. The online sessions will be recorded and a copy of the recording will be posted on the project website. Please invite your neighbors, coworkers, and friends that couldn't attend the session today to view the presentation by visiting the project's website. The website address will be shown at the end of the presentation. You can also invite your friends and neighbors to join us in person on Thursday, May 18th at the Gallatin Room at the Come On In Hotel for an open house. We will provide the same display information you are seeing today and answer questions. The public can drop by anytime between 4:30 and 6:30 p.m. Next, I'm going to turn the microphone over to the MDT Butte District Administrator, Gino Leva.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Gino Leva, and I'm the Butte District Administrator for MDT. MDT's mission is to plan, build, operate, and maintain a safe and resilient transportation infrastructure to move Montana forward. MDT is looking forward to seeing the benefits provided by the North 7th Avenue and Griffin Drive project to the city of Bozeman and area commuters. We thank you for your participation in today's presentation, a question and answer session, and appreciate your interest and engagement in this project. Before we begin our presentation, let's begin with a quick round of introductions with our project team members. Dave Cunningham.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Cunningham. I'm with the Montana Department of Transportation, and I am the Butte District Construction Engineer.
Paul Cogley.
Hi, my name is Paul Cogley, and I'm a constructability reviewer for MDT.
David Keith.
Hi, I'm Ryan Keith. I am an inspector for MDT in Bozeman, and I'll be MDT's hands and feet on the job for day-to-day operations. I'll be there to answer any questions and perform Q&A.
Josh McKenzie.
Hi, my name is Josh McKenzie. I'm the project manager for CKMA Excavating, the contractor on the project.
Brandon Coates.
Good afternoon. I'm Brandon Coates. I'm with RBCI. We are doing the public involvement on this project. So we'll be assisting MDT and the contractor with getting information out to the public, things like the meeting today and notifications. So we're your first line of communication, and our contact information will be at the end of this presentation as well.
And Andy Barsness.
Thanks, Gino. My name is Andy Barsness. I also work in public involvement for RBCI and will be assisting the Montana Department of Transportation in public outreach and will be the main point of contact for the public during the project.
Thanks, everybody. Now I'm going to turn the microphone over to the MDT Butte District Construction Engineer, Dave Cunningham.
Thanks, Gino. I appreciate that. The Montana Department of Transportation is making improvements to the busy intersection of North 7th Avenue and Griffin Drive, just north of Interstate 90 in Bozeman. The project includes reconstructing the intersection of North 7th Avenue, Griffin Lane, and Mandanville Lane. These improvements will reduce delays, improve traffic flow, and enhance safety features. In 2019, an average of 18,380 vehicles a day used this intersection. The intersection frequently sees excessive congestion, traffic stacking, and wait times. New turn lanes and other improvements will enhance traveler safety features while decreasing congestion and wait times. The project will also reduce long-term maintenance costs and improve pedestrian and bicycle mobility by adding sidewalks that connect to existing pathways. Construction is anticipated to begin in early June 2023 and be substantially completed by later this fall. Reconstruction will involve adding new turn lanes, durable concrete pavement, ADA compliant sidewalks, bicycle accommodations, curb gutter and storm drainage, traffic signals and lighting. Additional work will include improving the approaches and relocating some utilities. A left turn lane will be added to North 7th Avenue in both north and southbound directions. A dual left turn lane will be installed for westbound traffic on Griffin Lane, turning south towards I-90. New turn lanes will help traffic move more efficiently and safely while increasing the capacity of this intersection. Sidewalks have been planned according to the specific need of each part of the intersections. Sidewalk will be added to both sides of North 7th Avenue, and a bike lane will be added on the east side of North 7th Avenue. The new facilities will extend to Wheat and Nichols Drive. A shared use path will be added on both sides of Griffin Drive. A 5-foot wide paved shoulders will be added to both sides of North 7th Avenue to accommodate bicycle or pedestrian traffic. On the east side of North 7th Avenue, a sidewalk will be added to connect to the existing sidewalk. And sidewalks will be added to both sides of Mandeville Lane to connect to the existing sidewalks. These additions will connect the existing pathways and sidewalks to improve mobility, the area for pedestrians and bicycles. MDD has been communicating with city and county officials and area utilities to make certain these critical services will continue in the project area throughout construction. MDD has also met with emergency responders to ensure any potential emergencies in the area would be responded to in a safe and timely manner. Next, I'll turn it over to Josh with CK May Excavating to discuss what to expect during construction.
Hi, my name is Josh McKenzie with CK May Excavating, the contractor for this project. During construction, North 7th Avenue will remain open to single-lane traffic in each direction. Griffin Drive is scheduled to be closed for approximately 30 days to install a storm drain and new surfacing. A detour route indicated by the dotted line on the map will use Rouse Avenue and Oak Street during this phase. Temporary signals and signage will be used to direct traffic. Work is generally expected to take place between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. Maintaining access to businesses is important during construction. While construction is taking place, businesses in the project area will still have at least one access that remains open at all times. Signage will direct traffic to the open access. During construction, pedestrians and bicyclists won't be able to use the sidewalks or bike paths in the project area. Please use alternate routes such as Wheat Drive, Nichols Drive, or Gilkerson Drive. Next, I'll turn it over to Andy Barsness with RBCI to talk about public outreach.
Thanks, Josh. Keeping the public informed throughout project construction is a high priority for MDT. MDT is planning to use a variety of methods to communicate with the public during the construction of the project. These methods will include mailers, news media, social media, email, text messages, and updates to the project website. Information to sign up for construction updates will be available on the next slide. Another tool for getting the most up-to-date information about construction and road conditions throughout Montana is the 511mt.net website and app. With that, I would like to thank you for participating in today's meeting. I'd like to remind you that you can use the Q&A button on the bottom of your screen to submit any comments or questions you have at this time. If you have any comments or questions at any time, please feel free to contact me using the information at the bottom of this slide. I'd also encourage anyone who would like routine updates about the status of construction to sign up for construction updates using the information in the box on this slide. Construction email and text updates are very often the first way that project information is distributed to the public, and these updates can be a valuable resource to anyone who commutes through the project area regularly. And with that, I'll turn it over to Brandon Coates to begin the question and answer portion.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, as Andy was stating, the Q&A button is on the bottom of your screen. So if you click on that, that'll open up a little chat box. You can type in your question there, and then we'll go ahead and start answering those questions. And it looks like we do have our first question in, and it is from Kendra. And Kendra would like to know, when will construction begin? And Dave Cunningham, would you like to answer that question?
Yeah, right now the schedule for CKMA to start construction is on June 5th.
Thank you, Dave. We had a comment from Beth who said, thank you for a very informative presentation. You are welcome, Beth. Thank you. We have a question in from Michael. Michael would like to know how much the project will cost and when will construction be finished. Dave, I think that's another question probably send your way.
Okay, yeah, the total construction cost on this project is 5.53 million. And it should be substantially completed, this project, sometime in October, and there'll probably be a little bit left over for 2024, but it's going to be pretty much minor stuff, more like final striping and stuff like that could be held over.
Thanks again, Dave. We do have another question come in from Terry. Terry would like to know, will there be a streamlined bus stop added? Not sure if Dave, if that's a question that you can answer, or Paul.
I can probably state a little bit towards it, but Paul might have more information than me. I know there has been discussions with moving a shelter to make some accommodations down on Wheat Lane, and I'm not totally sure the total status of that, but I know there has been some discussions with the bus lines in order to make those accommodations.
Yeah, I can address a little bit more. There is not a new bus stop associated with this contract. However, right now the bus stop for Streamline is located on Mandeville Lane, and that'll be moved temporarily to Wheat Drive, as Dave mentioned. So it'll be within about a block of where it is now. Once the project is completed, I know that Streamline Bus Systems has been in contact with MDT to arrange a more permanent location.
Thank you, Paul and Dave. Okay. Another question come in. We have Michael. And Michael, thank you for commending us on the information in the presentation. Your question is, how long has this project been in the works? And so how long does it take? How long ago did the design process start? So how long have we been planning this project? I don't know who might be able to answer that question. When design began.
This one might be a good one to bring Tessa in if she's available.
Yeah. Doesn't look like, oh, there. Tessa, do you have a microphone available?
Yep. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes. I'm not exactly sure when the project was identified by MDT as a project to move forward with, but Sanderson Stewart, the consultant design company on this project, we started in 2019 with preliminary concept development and completed the design in 2021.
Great, thank you, Tessa. Looks like we have a question from DT. Will this create a single uninterrupted bike lane along Griffin? Let's see. Dave, would you like to address that question? And I can go back to the slide with
Yeah.
the bike lanes here.
Yeah, this one here will either have the sidewalks or the wide shoulders paved, and it will provide uninterrupted, but just remember this project only goes from the intersection just past, I believe it's pronounced Mouse Lane? And then from there, we'll be back to what the configuration currently is today.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, and we pulled up the slide there showing the shared use path along Griffin Drive. And just so you know, this presentation, this recorded presentation will be posted on the project website along with all of the slides. So they'll be available there in the next couple days and posted up there so you can go back and look at them there too as well, DT. Question from Sandra. Sandra asks, will the new construction eliminate the rough surfaces that are currently reoccurring? Dave, would you like to answer that one?
Yeah, I guess if I think she's talking about the way the surface is now as far as the plant mix, and yes, that's why this is being addressed with PCCP, which is basically concrete pavement. So you'll have concrete pavement throughout that whole intersection and off in each directions, which would correct any rutting and anything that you're seeing right now with the plant mix.
Thank you, Dave. And Sandra, if that didn't answer your question, go ahead and need to went too far. There we go. Resubmit your question if you have another area that you're looking at. Another question coming in from DT. Is this project an extension of the recent construction on Griffin, or was this conceived separately? Dave, I believe you're probably the person with the answers on this one too.
I wish I was the answers with this one. I am not totally sure what the answer is on this one. We'll probably have to get back on that one. I assume they were done separately, but I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, this is Gino. They were developed separately. It wasn't developed as an extension on the other project.
Great, thank you, Gino. See, don't see any other questions right now coming in, so we'll still hang out here for a minute, see if there's any follow-up questions from anybody. And again, wanted to take this time to remind you all that there is an in-person public meeting and open house that'll be tomorrow, and you can stop by and join us in person and ask your questions, and we'll have these same display boards and everything present there. So anybody that you know that wasn't able to join online for either the noon meeting or the one that we'll have tonight at 6 p.m., have them stop by in person tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be happy to visit with them, answer their questions there. So. Looks like we don't have any questions coming in. So again, like I said, we'll just give it a few minutes here. If you got all of your answers and you're going to jump off, we just want to thank you for attending with us right now. And feel free to contact Andy at andy@rbci.net or phone 406-333-0062 at any time, and we will get those questions answered for you and help you out in any way we can.
And then we would just like to mention everybody else that's still online is there is some utility work going on there right now, and just wanted to make sure everybody's aware that is utility work in preparation for construction coming up here shortly.
Thank you, Dave. Well, we haven't seen any other questions coming in for a few minutes here, so I think we'll probably go ahead and conclude the presentation and the Q&A session. And I'd like to, again, thank you all for joining us. And we will be in communication about the project, letting you know more information about construction as it gets closer as well. Thank you and have a great afternoon. Erwin, looks like you just got in on the Q&A and you asking if there's a map. I'm assuming you mean a map of the project area. So the project area includes the intersection and part of Griffin Drive. This is the detour route that's being shown on the screen right now. So this is the general project area. So it goes up to Moss Lane, basically. So and this information is on the project website as well. If you want to go there, you can get the map off the project website. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions there. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.